What's going on, Tomb Raiders? Draco Invictus here with another Let's Play of Rise of the Tomb Raider. We are checking out the DLC content in the Croft Manor, and we're picking up right where we left off. We just arrived in the library here after crawling through the servants' quarters. So we are looking for the combination for Dad's safe. So let's start looking around here. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And before I click on this, I just want to welcome everyone to the show. And like I said, hope you guys are having a great day. My day is going just beautifully. And glad to have you along for the ride. So let's jump right into it.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
Alright, so this is our starting point. We'll work here from the left, and we will move our way around the room. And there's apparently a loft. There's a loft in the Croft Manor. We'll check that out after we figure out this floor.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find. I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times.
Okay, moving over here to the desk area.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas, and now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though. The Croft family crest and initials BC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
Alright, got a lighter.
Okay, Should be able to light the fireplace now.
Alright, anything else? Oh, yeah. Hello, there we go.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers. Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
I'd say so. Alright, so let's cut through the room and light the fireplace. Huh? Oh, hold. Okay. Well, maybe it wasn't a loft. Oh no, that's a loft. Okay. This is... oh, I guess it's a loft too.
Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
No. Time. There we go. Okay. Sure we missed something downstairs, but we'll, since we're here.
Blank, except for the image of a key. I remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire.
I mean, like, okay. Probably can't get through that door, that's fine.
I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid.
And we also have to look for paintings, huh? Alright.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
Don't play it too loud. You got a copyright violation on the game. On YouTube.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
Poor Sir Reginald. Alright.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
Okay. So. Guess we just need to go hold that paper up to the fire. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything over here. Nope. Well, probably do need to go up there. But let's do the whole fire thing first, huh?
I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase. X marks the spot, as they say.
Come on. Gee, many Christmas.
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
Dum dum dum.
All right. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
All right. So before we go running off to the West Wing to visit the president, is it ready to do? We'll come up here and see what's going on.
This picture was taken in the library. (1820) additions to the main hall in progress.
All right. So there was nothing that was locked over in this area. We're not... God, this place is so beat up. And, oh, let's go back up top and... Oops. There we go. What the heck is going on my computer? I'm hoping you guys don't hear that. So, it's just like a bunch of little chirping. I think someone's trying to send me a message on the Facebook app that I have open on the computer.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number. But which one?
Oh, we got keys now.
Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Nope. Okay. So before we go to the West Wing, we have to go back to the library to get that number off of the... for the hieroglyphics. Or... sure, for the remaining combination relics. Maybe we don't have to. Okay. It will do it automatically. Use the key. Oh. Okay.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research. more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
Any other little clues lying around? Jeez. I mean, I know that we came through here before. That note wasn't there. Maybe we didn't come through here before. Shit. Okay. So let's light the fireplace because it just glowed at me. Okay.
Worse than I thought.
Wow, that sucks.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
That's what we're doing, Dad. Alright. Yep. This is definitely the room we need to get into. Well, one of them, anyway.
After everything Atlas has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me, tonight. I will take care of Atlas, and then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents. I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight. This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
See? Yeah, okay. Even Lara says that busts are a thing of the past.
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations. Free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. There's a date, October something. Damn, the number is faded.
She doesn't know her mom's birthday.
The anniversary was in October, but which day? Oh, I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
October 13th.
October 13th, Mum's birthday. Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday.
Well, we know it was on the 9th. Well, we can do math.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. The inscription is faded.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous a Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
At least that old thing still works.
Okay, got everything in here. Now we need to go get the other clue, which is this direction.
Okay, Lara, keep it together. You're starting to see things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
Anna, that bitch.
Untouched for years, exactly as you left it.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
Ah, Dad, the old softy. Okay, before we go into that room, let's finish this room.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young. Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small. Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
All right.
Blocks of red. Dad's favorite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination. Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
Well, there's 4 blocks of red. Okay. So, before we go back to the study, let's make
You've
sure...
almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
All right, so
this was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Lara Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favourite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
all right.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Yeah, and a whole wing of the house that's literally got a tree coming into it. And back to the study.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad.
Shit.
No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues.
Here we go. All right, so let's go to documents.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
So I just need to figure out the number of the expedition treasure, because the other ones are 4 and 9. So...
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
And it is 5? 549 is what we're going to go with, because I think it was the 2 birds.
Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. That worked. It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate, a test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Dad, what did you do? Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page. Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
All right. There's no chests or anything in here that were locked before, right? Okay. So let's go find us some fire. Go down there. Or... nope.
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
Yep. Prick. Alright, so we'll go to the fireplace down here.
A hidden message. What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
Okay, well that's back to the hieroglyphics, right? Like that. Yeah, something like that. So let's go here. Back over here.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
4, 2. 1, 4, 2. All right, you guys remember that. But I'm gonna say remember it for next time. because that's where we're going to end this one. What does 142 mean? Dum dum dum. All right, we're going to end it here, and we will pick up right here on the next episode of Let's Play Rise of the Tomb Raider. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you got any questions, comments, kicks, or complaints, let me know down in the comment section below. As well, let me know what you think about our next Let's Play idea of Shadows of Mordor. And yeah, until next time, Tomb Raiders, you take care of yourselves out there. This is Draco Invictus saying this has been the greatest day in my life. See ya.